I was going to talk about something different this morning, but I had an experience yesterday that I thought maybe we should address. I'm sure you had those experiences too, and I would like to hear about it. But first of all, I wanted to thank all of you for your support to my channel. That last video that I had, one of the last ones about my tour of my apartment, the affordable senior apartment, and it was an experience. I had way more views than I expected. I thought maybe 1,000, maybe 20 new subscribers, but as of today, it's almost 30,000 views. And that tells me that affordable housing is on a lot of people's minds. And the support I got from you and all the comments and questions. And I wanted to thank you so much for your support. And if you are not a subscriber, please subscribe. It's free and it would help my channel grow. So anyways, let's get back to that topic today. Yesterday, I went to Costco and for my client, and she just needed a couple things. So I went to Costco and I stood in line at the self-checkout. There were about 5 other people in front of me. So we were just waiting for the next station to open up. And when this guy with one item in his hand, I would say he was in his 50s, he just walked right by us and went to the next open station that just opened. And I was like, what the? Okay. And I looked at the other customers in front of me, and a couple of them were just shaking their heads. I wanted to say something, but I didn't, and they didn't say anything. I think we didn't say anything because we have manners. Seems like that's lacking lately. A lot of people don't have manners anymore. It's like, what does he think? Why does he think he's better than everybody else? You just go ahead and go in front of people that are waiting. Are you feeling that much of entitlement? What's going on? Why? And he wasn't like a young person. He was in his 50s. So I thought maybe some of you had some experiences like this and you would like to talk about it and let me know, because that's not the only one I experienced. But I do believe that this whole entitlement and rudeness, I think it started during the lockdown of COVID, because I had a couple experiences during that time. I wasn't a caregiver back then, so I wasn't an essential worker, but I just started driving for DoorDash. And so I was able to do DoorDash because those were considered essential workers. And it was great. I mean, as a DoorDasher, that was the best time ever. No cars, no traffic. Gas was like $1 or something. No people, no waiting. It was just awesome. And we made money. We were actually making money back then. And DoorDash saved me money-wise, financially, because I, as a self-employed person, I had no other income. So my experience during that time, I went to a restaurant to pick up the order. And first of all, I noticed that the clerk didn't have a mask on. So I kind of commented on that, and she said, well, my boss is not making me do it. It's like, okay. So I waited for my order. Then this young guy comes in, no mask on, in his 20s, straight to the clerk, started flirting with her, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But he was leaning over the counter where the food was, and he started coughing. And I was like, that's not good. So he happened to look at me, and I gave him a dirty look. We got our dirty looks, right? I didn't say anything. I just gave him a dirty look. And what did he say? He said, "Mind your own business, bitch." Whoa. Okay. Wow. I never had that experience. So I was like, okay, should I say something or should I just let it go? I kind of like, oh man, how rude. And he goes, kept on going. I don't remember exactly his words, but I just kind of, okay, don't talk back because he looks like the kind of guy that might beat you up. I didn't want to be beaten up. So finally, I got my order, and on my way out, I kind of whispered, "Dumbass jerk," and I walked out, not knowing if he was going to follow me and beat me up. Anyways, that was my first encounter during COVID that I felt something is going on with these people. You know, most people are nice. I really don't have much bad experience with people overall. Most people are nice, but there are these entitled, I call them entitled jerks, that think they can just get away with everything. They can be as rude as they want to be, and nobody's going to do anything about it, which lately seems to be the norm. We just get these rude people left and right, and they get away with everything. So I was just wondering if you had any of those experiences. You know, I don't think it's right. I don't think we should treat each other that way. And especially, I think older people get it more than the young people. I was at the casino, no, not at the casino. I was watching a channel on YouTube. I like to watch the casino videos. And this young girl, she was in her 20s. She was saying that what she does, she's like, she waits for other gamblers to leave their machine so she can swoop in and hopefully get a jackpot. And she was talking mostly about older people. Oh, these grannies, they're just wasting their time and wasting all their money. And she was just ranting off about grannies. I didn't think that was so cool. So I sent her a comment and said, "You're going to be a granny someday yourself." That's pretty much all I said. It's like, why you have to be so rude? There's no reason whatsoever. So come on, people. Be nice with each other. Be pleasant. We're all living on the same planet. There's no other planet to go to. If you don't like where you live, go to another state, go to another country. You're free to go. Anyways, that's my rant for today. And I'm hoping that you have a good weekend and no bad experiences like that. But if you had experiences, I would love to hear about them. Just let me know. Let's discuss it. And thank you again for supporting my channel. I hope you have a great weekend. Bye.